Hey Matt. Hey Margaret. Did y'all have a good weekend? I'm sweaty even though I just took a shower. I feel sweaty. Hey Paris. Hey John. Thank you. I hope I said your name right. Is it Paris? You work today, Margaret? Do you at least get a weekday off, Margaret? Okay, I got you. Paris. That's a pretty name. I don't think I ever heard that name before. I think I've seen your name at Mark's before. Do you get any weekdays off, Margaret, if you work every weekend? Oh, well, you get 3 days off. You are about to freaking have a whole weekend off then. Your weekend's just through the week when we have to go back. That's pretty good. Three-day off. I would want my weekends, but it would be nice to have 3 days instead of 2. That's pretty good. I'm gonna check the air conditioning, y'all. 1 second. Emmy, if you go in the shower, I'll cut this air off, but I'm gonna leave it on till then, because I'm about to sweat to death. Okay. Oh yeah, you get to sit with a client. I forget about that. I bet you have some stories, Margaret. Thank you, Matt. Heart to heart, if you want a free reading, it's just a yes or no simple question, baby. Is it an elderly person, Margaret? Like somebody that's older? I remember when I was in school, in high school, we did health occupations, and I did like a CNA program, and you would go like to the nursing home, and you had to put in so many hours, and it was a lot. Like, you never knew if they was gonna get angry and try to beat you up, or if they was gonna love you like you was their grandchild. Like, you just had to kind of like feel them out as you went. And sometimes that same person that was nice to you today might not be in a good mood tomorrow. So you never knew what you was putting up with. You just kind of had to get good at feeling it out. All right, heart to heart. Will you connect romantically with N? I feel like it might be because like maybe they're like about to have dementia or something. So then they might have like mood swings or something like that. Old people are, we should always value old people, in my opinion. I know there's good and bad in everyone, but something about old people, I just always want to respect old people. King of Cups reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. Heart to heart, it feels like to me you're not going to get to connect emotionally with this person, and in my opinion that would say no. So even if you get to talk to this person, you're going to feel like they're emotionally unavailable. The connection is disconnect when the King of Cups is reversed. So I don't know if this person is generally emotionally unavailable, but it feels like this week you're going to be dealing with that. And Spirit is saying with the Five of Swords reversed, don't push, because then it might just turn into an argument. Or they don't need to push you, or it could turn into an argument. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Matt. We finally got to 4,000 subscribers, y'all, yesterday. I couldn't believe it. All right, Margaret, will me and TJ have a good time in the hotel this month? Oh, Lord. Hey, Ann. Thank you, Margaret. All right, well, Margaret and TJ have a good time in the hotel this month. Hey, Miss Bikini. I hadn't seen you in days. I hope you're good. Ann said, what the heck did I walk into? You walked into Margaret trying to have a good time at the motel. At the hotel, excuse me. Three of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups reversed. So I don't know if your plans might get disrupted this month. It's not that this is saying if you get into the hotel with this person, you're going to have a terrible time. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like there's something going to happen with the plan that you have already, that you're looking forward in the future this month. So there may be an obstacle, a roadblock, some issue with getting on the same page about the timing. Something like that is going to be the problem, and it could get you frustrated or feeling like you don't have anything to look forward to with this person. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you no, you're not going to have a good time. If y'all can get all the kinks worked out, yes. But there's some sort of obstacle or challenge in the way with the Three of Wands reversed. All right. Miss String, hey, do I have anything new in love coming this week? Thank you, Ann. You're welcome, Margaret. All right, does Miss String have anything new coming in love this week? Queen of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. I feel like no. I don't know if you are not going to have the opportunity to connect with new people, or if you're having a lot of challenges in your daily life that you're having to go through and handle, and it's going to get you kind of in this mood of feeling like, not mad, but that kind of energy. The Queen of Swords reversed, she's not in a very good place because she's very challenged in this energy. So I feel like no, maybe those opportunities won't present themselves. Hey, Dan the Man. All right, we got Miss String. I was at a grief retreat with workshops. I'm still in pain, but glad I went. I got approved for MRI. Good, Miss Bikini. I'm glad you got to go do that. And it feels you're better now than you was. That's great. So that's where you was. I remember you talking about something like that, but I didn't realize it was this weekend. She was on her trip, Dan. All right. James Berry. Hey, Tubi, how are you, baby? James Berry, does Elle like me romantically? Does L like James Barry romantically? I swear, notifications in YouTube, like I never get Mark's notifications anymore. It's crazy. Does L like James Barry romantically? Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is honestly a friendly energy with the Three of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm not saying it can't turn into that, but as of now, this person feels like you and them have a friendly connection. That's proof that they don't notify people like they should. Alright, so we got James Barry. Sisters supporting sisters. Any good news coming soon? You're welcome, James. On YouTube, I'm still in Idaho, and I was at a boat launch watching. I'm glad, Tubi. Dan said, bossy and pretending she's a Virgo. Alright, any good news coming for sisters? Chariot card and the Five of Cups reversed. I feel like, yes, you will have some sort of good news. Something that lifts your spirits. Five of Cups reversed. John, will I get a new job with better stability contract this year? Alright, will John get a new job? What kind of candy did you get? John says, screw the love questions. I want to know about some money. Yes, Miss Bikini, you are correct. Page of Wands, Four of Cups. I feel like if you really put forward your best foot in applying for things that you may not think you're qualified for, that you possibly could get a better contract, but it may not make you happy. So you might get more money but less happiness in whatever this is talking about. I would just keep applying. I wouldn't put a 2-card reading on this. I would just, my advice to you is just to keep applying for things and look at everything you get as a stepping stone. Try to get something better than where you are, even if it's only a little bit better, and then keep that, and then just keep it rolling. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Fiona. I'm with you, John. Congratulations to you, Rita. I know right now it probably feels like you're lost and it's the hardest thing you ever had to do in your whole world if it was a long-term thing. But I promise you'll be okay. Keep them prayers going and take it one day at a time. That sounds like cliche advice, but it works. One day at a time. and just try to be grateful for whatever you learned from it. Even if it takes you 6 months or a year to get to that point of gratefulness, if you can just focus on that idea that you're going to be grateful for it because of what it taught you about yourself or how it helped you grow, then that way you won't turn around and manifest another connection like that one, you know? Because when you're grateful for whatever a bad connection taught you, it helps you get on a timeline of gratefulness. So then you start to attract connections that you're more grateful for initially, you know, a different type of connection. All right, Rita says, will the aftermath be messy? Of course. Energetically, yes. But I'm going to still pull you a card, but yeah. But remember, energy cannot be created or destroyed. So all you have to do is take that big ball of energy and transmute it into something to be grateful for. You might be too exhausted to feel like doing that right now, you know? Don't rush yourself, but turn it into something good. Even if it's just writing poems that nobody reads but you. Turn it into something positive for you. Knight of Wands reversed, Six of Wands reversed. I don't know if messy is the right word, but all over the place is. So what you're saying, messy, then I would say yes. This person might do things to try and get your attention that waste your time, and they may back away and suddenly try to come back in again. So just be mindful that you might have to set boundaries more than once, you know. But you'll be fine if you just take it one day at a time. You're welcome, John. When you find somebody, Tubi, I'm gonna come to Hawaii with you. You're welcome, Rita. Everyone has a soulmate, Tubi. If you mean romantically, then I don't know if everyone on the planet has one. But if you mean in general, we all have them. Anybody you come in contact with is a soulmate of some sort. Hey, Shavina. Miss Bikini, you are funny. I just read your about the calling your past loved ones. Alright, is Sean a good match for Shavina? I can make you my world, move heaven and earth. A big thing that hurts is he told me he was going to go to the concert we planned with another female just to spite me. Again, Rita, I know this is hard to do right now. There's probably no way you can do it, but mentally at least just put it on the back burner. Just put it on the back burner that there's something you can be grateful for about how you learned about yourself from the experience. Try not to hold on to like being angry about it, because then you might manifest more people in the future like that person. But anybody that would do that, what did you learn? You learned that, I'm just giving you an example, you learned that this person showed you the strength that you have in yourself to walk away when someone doesn't value you. There's your start. You know what I mean? And it could take you a year or 6 months or 3 months. Just don't rush yourself on the timing. But if you can do that, you can transmute the energy of the thing that happened. It gives you fuel to go forward. All right, Shavina, Is Sean a good match for Shavina? Hello, Jack. The star reversed. I feel like y'all haven't had enough enough of a chance to see yet, because the star is reversed and then the strength card. So it feels like to me there's more to find out before I can say yes, this is a good match, this is going to be great. So if I was you and I like this person's energy and my gut says they seem to be a good person, then I feel like it's worth a shot. The strength card with the star reversed is like, you're going to have to hold out a little longer and have some more interactions and see how it goes to know if they're truly that good match for you. It still needs to be like something that you don't take, you know, so serious that you think you're getting married this year, but you're just going to be open to see where it goes. The strength card means you need to hold out a little longer to see how's this going to go. You never met before, then there you go. That's why it's not reading if it's a good match. This is something, you got to meet this person. I wouldn't be their girlfriend. This is like, if you have an online, this is just my old-fashioned ways. You know, you do what you want to do, but you're welcome. I wouldn't, I would just tell this person that I'm open to see where it goes, but we got to have some interactions in person, you know, to get to know them. So I feel like that's why it's coming out that way. Alright, Chelsea, am I very protected right now? So Rita, it's just words trying to make you feel bad things, you know? I know you're doting on it because it hurts. I know that. I've been there where people say things that are like below the belt, you know? But I promise you, if you switch your perspective, it'll help you actually have fuel to go forward. It just takes some time. And anybody that's willing to say those things, whether they mean it or not, just know if they get angry at you in the future, they'll do it again. Because that's who they are, you know? Alright, Chelsea, I'm checking for you. But honestly, Chelsea, if we pray and ask for protection, then you got it. Especially when you keep your prayer life up and you stay grateful for spiritual protection. If it's something you're asking for, then you got it. Knock and it shall be open to you, you know? That's something you just have to ask for. 6 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles reversed. So I would say yes, especially if you're asking for it, like I said. See this boat and this lady right here? She's going to calmer waters and there's a person with her basically rowing the boat for her. Spirit's in the boat with her, spiritually speaking. Yes, you are. Now what you have to do is just be grateful for it and pray and let Spirit know you're grateful and ask for it. That's all you have to do. I'm catching up on y'all's chat. You're welcome. Well, Miss McKinney, it seemed like it did you good to go and take that, like, that retreat. Because you're in like a laughy mood. I mean, that's awesome. Tell them, Fiona. Think about how far you come, Miss Bikini. From last June of 2024. Thank you, Mary. I feel better, but just thinking about him lately in the good times. Why can't I forget that? What you should do is be okay with remembering the good times, because the thing is, your brain is going to do that to you. When you miss something, like let's say you had one good day, let's pretend this. You had one good day and 7 bad days. But when that person goes away, if you had any emotional connection to them, you love them, you're going to dote on the good because your ego is trying to convince you to reunite with this thing or person that you love, right? So it's always, our memories are not always very accurate. We focus in on the good even though there was a lot of terrible there. So just be okay with being in that spot, but acknowledge from a higher perspective that you understand why you're feeling that or why you see it that way. So you don't do the off and on thing with this person, because that's when you get drained. I'm proof of it. Off and on never gets you anywhere. Thank you, Miss Bikini. You can post your question. Paris said, can she ask if she will win the lottery? She just has a feeling, but also feel that it's stupid. Well, let's just ask for fun then. I'm going to go hang out with you if you win the lottery. I do understand, Rita, I do. Possibly you could win some sort of amount because the Knight of Swords is here. So this is about you. If you think of have a sudden out of the blue idea to play certain numbers, do it. I don't know if that means you're going to win the jackpot, but you could win some sort of numbers or prizes, amounts. The Three of Wands reversed is saying that you're probably not going to be expecting it when this happens. But the Knight of Wands says if you have a sudden idea to play 13, 29, and 4 one day and you're there, or you have a sudden idea to get that one scratch off that's number 12 and you grab it, you know, make sure it's just for fun. I feel like you could win something. All right, let's see what Miss Bikini said. Phil's cars, his family is asking me, you welcome, Paris. His family is asking me to revalue his cars and take pictures and all that jazz. I've already done this, but they're not satisfied with the totals. What does the card say on that energy? Will I get it solved this week? I promise you I'll do the work. It's just painful because, well, you know why. Okay. They want you to basically get a bigger amount out of it, Miss Bikini. Is that basically what it is? It must have been a fluke about the vape. I've been vaping today and I ain't felt nauseous. That's what I get. All right, let's check Miss Bikini. Let's see what happens. So they're being greedy, huh? I swear, y'all, I know everyone isn't like this, but you would be shocked at the people that turn greedy when a loved one goes. What is the energy on word this week? Hey, Charlie, how are you, baby? All right, 2 more shuffles. Let's see. I'm glad. Good. Me too. All right, what I'm getting, Miss Bikini, is that even though you probably don't want to have to redo that, ultimately what's going to happen is it may not completely get resolved this week. The 3 of Wands came out, so that's why I don't think it's going to be resolved this week. However, just know you are going to make it through it, right? The 9 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, so it could take maybe a couple weeks or 3 weeks. But if I was you, I would try to release control over them wanting you to do it. Like, I would feel like I would kind of go through the motions, but at the end of the day, just know you are valid for feeling like it's bullshit, like a waste of time, because ultimately, whatever you did before was accurate and adequate. So it may make you want to get mad with the Queen of Swords or feel bitter because, and rightfully so, it is a waste of time, 6 of Wands reversed. But Spirit is saying basically release control, go through the motions and take action and do whatever you got to do to get to the end of the process. But it's not really going to change these prices. Like, just say they're wanting, let's pretend they wanted it to be $15,000 more than it is, right? Ultimately, whatever you did before was adequate, and this is basically just wasting your time, but it will get resolved. I just feel like they're being immature about wanting this, also probably greedy, but it's coming out as like immature in what they're looking at the value of it as. Because this Page of Wands and King of Wands is reversed. It's like they're not being very practical and grounded and knowledgeable about what they're wanting you to value here. So the numbers were adequate. It's just that they're not accepting what is legit. And I don't feel like any number would honestly satisfy whoever this is the first time around. It's like you might as well just lean into it and go through the motions to get it out of the way. It is going to end up wasting some of your time with the 6 of Wands reversed, but I feel like you can get it resolved because the 3 of Wands is here with the 9 of Cups, and you're probably going to feel a huge sense of relief at the end of the day. And the thing that's going to make you feel satisfied, like the 9 of Cups, is because you've already done it accurately, and whatever you did before, when you did this like last year or whenever it was adequate numbers already. So it could get you a little frustrated, which I would be too. But you're kind of like, at this place where you just need to kind of fall in and do it anyway because they're ignorant. That's basically the way it feels. I think so too. I also think maybe this is just me here. It's a stall tactic or something. I will go through the motions. I will do it all. I'm going to try to have it done by Wednesday. Last June, so a year ago, I remember you asking about that. I remember you talking about that. I cannot believe that's a year. But whatever you did before was adequate. Just so you know, it's that they are being kind of ignorant and immature about how they're going about it. I don't feel like any number would have been sufficient for these people the first time around because they just want to get the most they can out of whatever, you see? So they don't even have any knowledge about the numbers you're turning in to know that they're good. You are very welcome. Here, I'm going to give you some oracles too because you like them. Hey, Pedro. Let's give you some oracles, Miss Bikini. Yep, I got the cute ones. It says, gratitude shifts awareness, changing the world you see before you. Gratitude shifts awareness, changing the world you see before you. So with the pumpkins, like October could be relevant in terms of some things, maybe like something that you'll be glad has happened or resolved or done. Hey, KP. Ann said I would have said something nasty. Explore outside your element to discover new magic. Ain't that funny? KP's with the fairies, and here's a fairy on Miss Bikini's card. Explore outside your element to discover new magic. All right, one more for Miss Bikini. Then this one just says, get your magic on. That's cute. Get your magic on. And here's the bottom of the deck. Let love sink its teeth into your heart. Let love sink its teeth into your heart. There you go, Miss Bikini, and thank you. You got this. We're going to have to pull up on them for Miss Bikini. All right. Marvell, is that your name? Marvell says, did I handle the situation with Alorum well? You're welcome, Miss Bikini. You sure do got it. man ain't got no sense. Alright, did you handle the situation with Alorum well? Ace of Cups. Yes, you did. Sometimes the right thing to do ain't always the easiest, I feel like, is the answer with the Queen of Cups reversed there. But the Ace of Cups came out, so yes, you did. Alright. Books by C, like 24. Will I be very happy living in Spruce H? You're welcome, Marvell. Alright. Will Books by C be very happy living in Spruce? Yo, 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 it's Marky Mark's Tarot. Hey, Marky, how you doing? We've been, like, basically holding it down live all weekend, ain't we? Between the both of us. Good. Did you finally decide what you're going to eat? Can depend on Ann, but we're not trying to tell her to go live or nothing. And whatever you do, we do not want you to go live, okay? Whatever you do, we do not want you to go live. We do not want you to use them little cards you made. Absolutely not. You little rebel. Alright. Will you be very happy living in Spruce? Oh, that sounds good, Mark. Burger and fries. When a good burger's involved, I'm there. Nine of Cups reversed. And the Temperance. Maybe not initially, Books. This is what I'm getting, okay? And the reason why is, wherever this place is, I feel like something about it is out of your comfort zone. But with time and patience, the answer is yes. Temperance energy for me is like the divine fix-it angel. It is Sagittarius energy in the tarot. But just the way my heart and soul reads the Temperance, when it shows up as a reader for me, the message is saying that initially you are being led in the right direction. You're doing the right thing, but it takes some balance and patience to get to the point that you figure out this was a good move. But the Nine of Cups reverse says you may like regret the decision initially, or you may feel uncomfortable or like you did the wrong thing, but if you give it some time and you just keep giving your best, you'll be fine at that place, that spot. So the answer is yes ultimately, but you may not feel that in the beginning. Alright, you're very welcome. Kiwi. That reminds me, we actually found cherries this weekend. The ones with the little seed in the middle, we got them at Walmart. Does MM want me to be with her son, Reeve? Now, I got some jangle in my wranglers. To me, it's just some strangles. Alright, let's see, Kiwi. No wonder my arm was itching. I had a freaking hair on my arm. Does MM want Kiwi to be with her son, Reeve? Gonna raise hell and get the cornbread. Ain't nobody smoking with me. Eight of Cups. Queen of Swords reversed. So this person is not in the best of energy about the idea of you and their son dating. It may not be you though. It may be just they're not in the best of energy about anybody their son dates. I don't know. I'm just a reader. But Queen of Swords reversed energy is not a good energy. It's like they're kind of bitter, a little bit against it for some reason. So yeah, I would, different culture, that's a perfect reason for a mom to do that, right? But try not to let it determine what you're, if you're a grown up and they're a grown up, try not to let it determine your idea of where you want something to go. Try to remove your focus from the mom, because if you focus in on this, it's going to destroy the connection. If you focus in on bringing it to the other person's attention and like, I don't like the way this, eventually it'll destroy the connection. But if you move your focus from it, you have a chance to bypass this stuff. So yeah, I don't think they like the idea too good, but don't let that stop you, right? All right, Charlie, will Maria ever truly be mine again? You welcome, Kiwi. Charlie said, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I'm just trying to make you laugh, Charlie, by singing off key. He said, oh no. Baby, come back. Let's see, Charlie. Marky has the remix. You need to do it on the DJ tab. Whenever you do your channel for DJing. Baby, come back. You can bring it all on me. Don't come back. You still a hoe. 10 of Wands and Knight of Swords reversed. At least not right now. I don't know. Maybe eventually one day. I'm not going to say never because nothing's impossible, right? But there's too much vibrational baggage right now for you and this person to successfully talk anything out. It's too heavy. So I don't know if this was a recent thing that happened, but it just feels like there's too much vibrational baggage for you and this person to successfully talk it out. The communication ain't communicating. It ain't gonna, even if you were to reach out to this person, I don't feel like you would be successful. There's too much baggage here. So all you can do is release the idea that it's supposed to happen a certain way or a certain time and focus on your own self, because if you even try to come forward, it's going to be the same way. You're going to feel like it failed, right? So I just feel like right now there's too much baggage there to make it happen, to make the communication successful. Okay, Miss Bikini. Pure heart, will JP take action in our love connection? You welcome, Charlie. No, no. Marky said no, no. Yes. Let me cut the air off so she can take a shower. You're welcome.
Will build me a Blocksburg house.
You finna take one now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Alright. You're welcome. Poor Emmy, I sweat her to death. I freeze her to death. Marky said, hey, friend. She said, hey, friend. You're welcome, Charlie. Alright, pure heart. Will JP take action? Oh, I didn't see yours. Segnes, S-E-G-N-E-S. Are you still here? I'll do yours next if you're still here. Okay. Ten of Wands reversed. Temperance. If they do, it's going to take forever. That's the way I feel. Like the Temperance card came out, which can be about a long time or have to have patience with this person. But I don't feel like even when they take action, pure heart, I don't feel like they're going to take it as serious as you would like them to take it. You're welcome. Love, connection, the words you're using, and then being in this nonchalant Ten of Wands reverse. So just be mindful and don't take it more serious than what they're taking it, because then you might end up getting disappointed. Alright. Will Lonza ever regret how he treated me? I'm moving on to heal. Well, we'll just say in the near future, because anyone can change, right? Anyone can. But the key thing that you need to remember is that whatever you learn from the situation about yourself, so that you don't manifest another Lonza, another person that has that same energy, right? Because you're going to change your frequency, your energetic vibration, so that you don't recreate that with another person. All right, let's see. Will Elle ever regret how they treated Cygnus? Cygnus. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm going to call you S. Will Elle ever regret how they treated S? Ten of Swords reversed. The Sun reversed. They don't feel a deep sense of regret right now. They honestly don't have a whole lot of happiness showing up in general as a person. And so whatever they did to you is just one part of the puzzle of their life, with the Sun reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed. You know, they just don't feel the pain like you feel it. I honestly think they are focused on other things, whether that means they're just selfish or they're just unhappy and depressed. I'm not sure, but the Sun reversed. It's like they're not really in the energy of, you know, the truth being illuminated, and they see the things they did wrong and they see their faults. I would just try to release them with love without telling them anything, and focus on, like I said, changing the way you're showing up in the world so that you don't manifest another person like this. I don't know if they're just depressed or if they're just ignorant, but there's something here saying that basically they're not that focused on what they did wrong or how they can become a better person or what they can do to change it and feeling regret or anything. Some people's too ignorant to be regretful, honestly. Some people ain't mature enough to even face anything and take accountability. You're welcome. He's a narcissist. Well, that could make sense. I'm sorry you had to deal with it. Okay. Mira, will N tell people about how I helped him this summer? About how I help him this summer? All right, Mira, will N tell... Oh, I just saw yours, Ann. You'll be next. My bad. Alright, well, N tell people about how Mira helped him this summer. Marky said make her wait. Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Devil. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I just know that if you get caught up with this person too deeply, it's going to be a toxic cycle or a pattern. I don't know what that means because the question you asked me didn't say that. But the Devil card with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, I don't know if maybe you're going to go to try to help this person. This is just an example of how this can play out. This don't have to be it. Say you go to try to help this person and then the way they're acting towards you is not healthy or it's toxic. Something happens that you recognize as toxic and you back away from them. So then they attempt to try to tell people you didn't help them and they're the victim to make you look like the bad guy. And then you may feel indebted to come back around. So be mindful of whoever this is. The Tower reversed, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So just take that and do what you will with it. It just feels like, don't be scared, of course. Just be very mindful of dealing with them. All right. You're welcome, baby. Energy check for Annie girl. Marky said make you wait, so I'm going to hit this vape even though I shouldn't be. I'm just kidding, Ann. I just try to make you laugh. Okay, energy check. Girl, you know I've been on you forever. How many nights have we hung out together? Round this old dance floor. My boys are laughing, tapping me on the shoulder. Ann and Tanya gonna get on a road trip together. Oh, Lord. She said, you can blame it all on me. Strength reversed. Judgment. All right, this feels like just what's going on in your mindset over the next week, or an energy check over the next day or two, or even a couple weeks. It's like being vulnerable and truthful internally with yourself about how you've allowed your energy to be sucked dry in some way, at least before now, from people in your reality. It doesn't have to be like it's terrible. It could even be overdoing for your kids when they could do it for themselves. I'm just giving you an example, but it just feels like you're going to be coming to this realization or an idea or a plan on how to do it differently. Three of Swords reversed. And then the Judgment is like that realization, that judgment call, that higher level of consciousness, reasoning and understanding within yourself. And it's about how you've made yourself vulnerable to not, the word isn't being used because this is like people in your reality that you care about. Your 10 of cups, right? Your daughters or your friends or your family or just people in your reality in some way that you feel like maybe you're too vulnerable and you gave too much energy out, and maybe you can take like this new plan or realization and apply it in your life over the next few weeks or month, and you're actually going to see a difference, a resolution, or like I said, the Three of Swords reversed. And you're also going to see a difference in your energy after time, because you've basically, it's like having a bucket with holes in the bottom and you're collecting the rainwater. The rain's going to just go through the bucket. You won't have any left. But if you plug up those holes, now you got a whole 5-gallon bucket full of water. It's like that. Six of Wands. You're going to feel like you still you have more energy within yourself. Once you put into action whatever it is you figured out with the Judgment card about being vulnerable or giving too much to people in your reality, it could have been draining you with Three of Wands reversed. But once you apply whatever you've realized, then it's going to be like a resolution or a healing, and you're going to feel almost like getting your mojo back or having a replenishment of your energy. Dan is back. Okay, good. That makes sense. All right. Hey, Actions, how are you, baby? Thank you, Dan. All right. Thank you, Miss Bikini. All right. Not winter. Is Alan M taking me to the ballet show this week? You welcome, man. Thank you for always helping me. You got you a new profile picture, Action, so I didn't recognize it to start with. Is Alan taking Winter to the ballet show this week? I feel like something may come up around responsibilities or duties that could cause it not to happen, Winter. The Knight of Swords is reversed, so to me that would be like a no, and then the Ten of Wands is like due to some sort of responsibilities or obligations either you have or them. It can be work or family, or I have no idea. Something to do with obligations or duties that they have to attend to that could stop it from happening this week. All right. Kassan, will I be able to pay my July rent on time? This year is tough. You're welcome, Winter. I feel you, Kassan. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Dan said he put a hot marshmallow in a guy's ear once. That's a Tennessee thing. Miss Bikini says she would lick that marshmallow out. Will Kassan be able to pay their July rent on time? Three of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups reversed. It feels like possibly not on time. It keeps going back and forth. This is annoying. So you got the Two of Wands reversed came out in one deck. The Two of Wands upright came out in another deck. So I feel like it's still up in the air, or it's still possible to do something. Maybe like if you could. So I'm going to give you a 50-50 possibility, Kassan, with the Two of Wands acting funky here, and say that if there's a way that you can generate some extra money between now and the end of June, then you might can pull it off and make the rent on time. Because it feels like it's going back and forth, and that just might be your energy going back and forth about it. Like being very grounded and like, okay, this is my plan to make it happen, and then you start to get fear about that not working out, so then you're back and forth. I feel like it could go either way. But maybe if there's something you could do on the side, an example would be I don't know, DoorDash. I'm just making this up. Like, that's just a random example. But you see what I'm saying? Something that you could do on the side to try and maybe generate some extra money. And yes, pray. So that way your energy won't be back and forth. Because sometimes it'll make our reality go back and forth too when we do it. I've done it. I'm the poster child for going back and forth. So I understand completely. I think I'm supposed to pay my PayPal on the 1st. That made me think of it. You're welcome, Kassan. What the heck? Y'all about to watch me remember a bill I was supposed to pay. Ain't it the 1st? Lord, is it the 1st? Maybe I already paid it. Oh, Jesus. I'm checking. I have a PayPal card. It was due today and I forgot to set it up, but I paid it just in time. Oh. Why in the hell did that? I slipped my mind. I'm catching up on y'all's chat. You're welcome, Kassan. Hey, Alice. Y'all are talking some mad shit. Yes, Mark. And I hate putting anything on auto pay. I know I should. Like, I have a couple things on auto pay. But, yeah. I don't like putting stuff on auto pay. Exactly, Miss Bikini. I almost missed that. Like, I haven't. Oh my gosh. I usually set it up about a week before it's supposed to be, but I do have my Starlink on auto pay. And let me think. my car insurance is on auto pay. I think that's it. Because I'm always scared I'll forget to pay the car insurance. I don't know. Hello, Intel. Yeah, you should keep the auto pay on the car insurance, Miss Bikini, if you're like me and you might forget. All right, I'm going to ask, does T care about you? Like, do they have good intentions? Because if they do, then the answer to that whole long thing would be yes, right? Does T care about you? Does T have good intentions? Why are you sorry? Don't be sorry. Oh, I must have accidentally paused it because now it's cutting the chat off. Oh, for writing the long diary? It's okay. We used to it. Yeah, I noticed it too, Mark. I noticed it too. The same screen name tribe. 7 of Cups and the Justice reversed. I don't feel like this person has a very balanced way of looking at the advice they give you. So, with that being said, I would take whatever advice they're giving you, Intel, and only take the advice if it's for your highest good. And you'll know that. If you trust your internal guidance and you pray about it, you'll know. Because the Justice reversed is here. So they may not have a very balanced way of looking at things. And the 7 of Cups can create confusion, right? So, and illusion. Miss Bikini said, my mom told me that she picked me up from a hippie gypsy wagon. You're welcome. All right. Alice, has S been thinking about me more than usual recently? Dan, did you crawl up in the fire truck with a sleeping bag? Are you serious, Dan, or are you making jokes? Sometimes Dan like to be joking, but he said he was 15. Marky said, I guess that tribe don't answer questions. Yeah. All right. Has S been thinking about Alice more than usual lately? Oh, Miss Bikini, that's not true. The Devil card and the Death card. So if they have Scorpio or Capricorn in their chart, that could come up that way. But the Devil card is about like obsessive thinking, obsessively thinking of you, and possibly in a sexual way. Alice. I don't know why the death card would be there, but I would say yes, like an obsessively thinking about you way. And possibly in a sexual kind of way. I don't understand your question, Light, so I made it to an hour, y'all, so if Light wants to reword it, I'll do that question, and then I'm going to go find my blankie and go watch Marky. We made it to a dang hour. That means we did good, right? Are we going to have a good week, y'all? KP said hi. Hi, KP. God, I need to quit. I keep thinking that it's like getting better, and then it starts to make me feel sick again. Who you gonna kick ass for, Miss Bikini? Oh, you're gonna kick the week's ass. That's right. Let's go, Miss Bikini. We're gonna both kick the week's ass. I'm claiming that with you. I let him pack his backpack and he went outside and came back in. I think all little kids run away at some point. Thank you, Miss Bikini. All right, should Light move out of TE's place tomorrow? Should you move out of TE's place tomorrow? Let's see. Because you didn't buy Go-Gurts? I feel like you should wait until you have either some money saved up or a more grounded, stable plan in place, Light. Because the Hangman is about like not jumping into action, and the Knight of Pentacles is a slow and steady energy. So maybe you should quietly not tell a soul that you're doing this and get you a good plan in place that's a very grounded and stable thing for your own good. There's Ilda. Long time no see, Ilda. You're welcome, Light. Where you been, Ilda? You're very welcome. I'm about to check the radar. I miss you, baby legend. I had Gage's friend's dog that stays with me sometimes. He was here for like 3 weeks, but he went home the end of last week. I was ready. I like him and everything, but I was ready for him to go home. Oh, it ain't raining. I thought I heard it thunder. It must have been somebody like riding by. Let's see if I can get this radar to come up. Ilda, I was just about to go and you coming up here, so you're going to think I done ended my life because of you. We about to go hang out. Are you going live, Marky, in a minute? We about to go to Marky's live if he's going live in a minute. Yeah, we miss you. You don't come no more. Okay, Marky's going live. So, Ilda, you should come hang out. All right, I hope everybody has a good rest of their Sunday fun day night. It's almost over, and we're going to be ready for Monday. We're going to call it Fun Day just for the hell of it, right? All right, I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'm going to come watch Marky. Okay, bye.